Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So as usual, we have a lot to unpack, but we're going to start with talking about the economy in general. It sucks. Yeah. So right now what I'm looking at, and I don't know if you can see it over my left shoulder, we're already in what they call a technical recession, right? But what's coming could put us in a worse position, or in a position that, will be reminiscent, unfortunately, of, 2008 timeframe, which is stagflation. So that can be caused by, supply side issues, with, chips manufacturing. The Fed can't produce chips, right? Cars and all that kind of stuff. They can't produce energy, oil, all that kind of stuff. So those are things that can also affect the economy, and that's out of the control of the Fed. Given where the Fed is now, with raising rates, 75 basis points and probably a couple more times, 75 basis points or so, you're looking at the strong possibility that they will overshoot. If they overshoot, that's definitely going to put us into a harder recession, and most likely, hit us, if we continue having supply side issues, you'll have recession and stagflation at the same time. So I really am paying attention to that in a major fashion. That said, there are still really good things that are also looking toward the future. So because of all that, I'm looking to be very cash heavy, right? Because I'm expecting things to go down. I'm also looking to take advantage of dollar cost averaging to get deeper into crypto. So I'm looking at, holding on the cash and crypto at the same time. I do hold just two things, and I have more than that in terms of investments. But going forward, given where we are, I want to be as liquid as possible. And obviously, crypto gives you that opportunity in addition to being able to earn, the equivalent of interest, because I'm going to hold cash because cash is king. That's great. But I'm also going to hold probably 50% of that normal cash that I would hold in crypto. And why is because I think crypto is going to shoot up once we start coming out of the recession. I also think it's going to be kind of a haven for people to move to, given the times that are coming, that are here and coming, and expected to get worse. On the good news side, you have something that people are kind of sleeping on, which is the Vasil hard fork that happened yesterday for Cardano. Again, speed, efficiency, right? When I look at that, I sit there and I just kind of go, yeah, that's going to bring some good news. It's a smart contract heavy project, right? So I expect there to be more smart contracts. I expect there to be more dApps developed there. I'm expecting more to happen on that layer one. And that's simply because it's tried and true tech that's dependable. Okay? Very dependable. So I'm looking at, and I say dependable because I'm looking at, projects like Helium moving over to, they're dropping their blockchain and moving over to Solana. Solana's good, another good layer one. It's good tech, but it's not as dependable as a Cardano. And that's what I'm paying attention to. Something else that I'm looking at is, it took a long time for the merge to happen for Ethereum, right? And it took a long time for them to be able to say, this is when it's going to happen. So the Ethereum Foundation had started saying, this is when we expect the next rollout to happen, where you'd be able to, cash in or, get liquid on your staked ETH, right? Well, they've taken that off their website. Why? Because there have been so many delays. I mean, don't get me wrong. The work that they're doing is, the work that's being done on Ethereum is not easy. It's very hard, and that makes it difficult to actually figure out when it's going to happen. So originally it was, if you have staked Ether, you'll be able to cash out after the next upgrade following the merge. That's 6 to 12 months out. Well, yeah, they took that down because it might not be 6 to 12 months out. Experience says it's going to be 12 to 24. Or at least that would be my guess. And that would put Ethereum in terms of services and capabilities on par with Cardano. Think about that. This Ethereum is the world's second largest, the first largest altcoin. Bitcoin is the coin. it's the number one altcoin, or Ethereum's number one altcoin. Cardano's not. But I'm expecting that it'll be some time before Ethereum starts to catch up to, in terms of, the features that are there on Cardano now because of Vasil on the Ethereum blockchain, which would mean everybody would have access to that. Everybody on ERC20 would have access to that. But that's cool. That's fine. But it's going to take some time to get there. And 12 months, I think, is very aggressive to think that you're going to get there. 6 months? Yeah, I giggled when I saw that. It's not going to happen at 6 months. 12 months? Maybe. Within 24 months? Yeah, I can see that. But I think that's why they took that down. So pay attention to little things like that that tell you what the future might bring. Not to be outdone by blockchain.com, Binance has hired their own heavy hitter, a former U.S. senator and a former United States ambassador to China, Max Baucus. Okay, they've created a global advisory board. Clearly, you know what that means, right? They know they have global reach. They know they need to get better at things, and they know they need to work with politicians. And this guy, Max, given his background, is going to lead that up for Binance. Wow. You think, Jim Messina going over to, doing basically the same job over at blockchain.com is big. This is also big. Those are two heavy hitters that are making some noise and making that happen. So I pay attention to that because that tells me that they are planning for a very broad and long future. Love that. Now, Nomura Holdings, people don't realize this, but Nomura Holdings is a huge Japanese bank. With over $400 billion in assets under management, this company has decided, you know what? We're going to do the Cryptoverse thing. They're going to do the Cryptoverse thing, and they're doing it with laser, what are they calling it? Laser digital, and through laser digital, they'll be going after blockchain, DeFi, CeFi, centralized finance, and Web3 tech, right? One of the products that they're offering under laser digital, which is incorporated in Switzerland, mind you, the first product is going to be Laser Venture Capital, and they are specifically keying in on DeFi, blockchain, and Web3. CeFi, sure, but they really want decentralized finance, Web3 type stuff, right? That's big. Because it shows adoption. And it shows deep-rooted adoption, and it shows that the disruption that the Cryptoverse brings to, or has presented to, the traditional financial world is actually kicking in. They are being disrupted. Because it's either join us or leave. They're joining. They're creating vehicles by which to join and keep their customers. Because imagine, if I'm, this is one of the reasons why FTX is doing what they're doing, right? Going out and, increasing their breadth and depth of products and services. This is why Nomura is doing their thing. Why? Because they already have customers. You want to keep those customers? You want to keep those assets under management? Well, you had better add some serious tools for the Cryptoverse. Because if you don't, that money is going to move out of your custodial hands. And if you don't know about traditional finance, it's all about assets under management. Smart move. Very smart move. So even though the Japanese economy is taking a big hit, that's what they're doing, and I think it's actually very smart. But it also tells me long future for crypto. Meaning, if it's embedded in so many different financial institutions around the world, it's going to be here. So a piece in traditional finance, or rather traditional finance getting into crypto, that's meant for the masses. Remember what I said about Jamie Dimon yesterday and his comment that, cryptos are a big Ponzi scheme. Okay. From his perspective. Yet they have JP Coin, they have analysts covering crypto, they have analysts recommending crypto, they have a whole bunch of things going on in the crypto space. So again, is it he doesn't like it for the masses because the masses control it. And that's why there's JP Coin with their own private coin, because he likes private coins, right? So that's what I'm looking at is, comments like that, but actions like the other in the totally opposite directions, like a Gemini. Just saying. When I look at all of these things going on, I can definitely see, yes, right now, look at XRP, for example. XRP is up 9% in just the past 24 hours. But it's going from 33 cents. Heck, in the past couple of weeks, it's gone from 29, 30 cents to right now, I believe, right at this moment, it's at 48 cents. It has been as high as over 50 cents. That was its resistance, 50 cents. Great, but it's based on, and don't get me wrong, I like Ripple's tech, but it's based on them probably winning or looking like they're going to win the case with the SEC, right? The case the SEC has brought against them. That said, they were struggling before. So I'm expecting them to get a nice pop. If they win that case, it's going to be a really nice pop. Will they see their old $3.15, $3, plus? Maybe. But what is it based on? It's based on a case, a win from a case. So do I expect them to sustain? I don't know. Because I still think, I had this long conversation this past Sunday with my friend Nicholas, I still think XRP is going to be, it's good coin, right? Good coin, but it's coin resting on a technology. The technology that it rests on, XRP Ledger, is the product of Ripple. Ripple, I think, is going to wind up going public. So is my play XRP the coin, or is my play Ripple the stock? Yeah, I'll play something. I am playing some money in Ripple the coin, but I think long term it's going to be Ripple the stock. That's where I really think I'm going to make money. Just my thoughts and opinions. Anyway, you know what we should do is I should get in the habit of turning this on. I didn't turn it on before, and I should turn it on now. Okay, there you go. So looking at winners and losers, and I just updated this, I want to say 5 minutes ago. So not much change, but you can see there are losers, but it only comes up to about here, my 5% rule. And there's nobody here I care about. There's nobody here I care about. But on the other side, you have winners down to here being led by XRP, currently ranked number 6 based on market cap. Number 6, up 9%. But again, like I said, it was less than a couple of weeks ago that they were at 29/30 cents, and now they're at 48. Whoa. That's all you can say right there is whoa. So pay attention to these things. Really pay attention to these things. Kronos is up 12%. It's CRO. That's really good. But remember, it was way higher than that. I think when I looked at them the first time, we were like, 20 something cents or something like that. I forget what the number is, but they were way higher than where they are now. Chain has some really, really, really big news. Chain just got tapped, or they cut a deal with Craft Sports and Entertainment. If you don't know Craft Sports and Entertainment, think New England Patriots. Okay? Think about that, New England Patriots. So that includes New England Patriots, New England Revolution, Gillette Stadium, and Patriot Place, right? And that is a really big deal because what they're saying is, yes, we are your official sponsor, blockchain and Web3 sponsor. But what it also means is they're going to be working together to try to create very expansive Web3 experiences and most likely an NFT marketplace based on chain technology. Slick. Like that. That's right. I like that. Looking at the current fear and greed index, we're looking at about 20, right? It was at 23, then 22, now 20. Yes. As we continue going deeper into a recession, you can definitely see how, fear and greed index is going to continue dropping. But I don't know that it should be dropping with regard to the cryptoverse. Why? Because when we come out of that recession, the big money makers, I believe, is going to be crypto more than anything else. The value holder in crypto will absolutely be Bitcoin. So on the way out, I think that's where I'm gonna make multiples. Me and the kids. Well, I think that's where we'll make our multiples, right? And there's a lot in that future. If you look across all my videos, I'm telling you about what's coming, and then I start to tell you about, oh, so I got the announcement on what's coming, and now it's here. I got the announcement on what's coming, then now it's here. And right now we're getting a lot more noise about what's coming. Give it a few months, and then you'll start to hear about what's here. I think you'll probably start to hear more about what's here versus what's coming, probably in the spring time frame. Maybe before Christmas, maybe. But that's what I'm expecting. Looking at Bitcoin. Oh, so this is what I was doing. I wanted to pay attention to what's going on with Stellar versus Bitcoin. And Stellar, if you look, had a nice little pop. And the nice little pop is because of XRP. Remember, Stellar is based on similar tech to XRP or Ripple. And it had a nice little pop and it sustained it. And this is the same kind of move that Polygon had when it had some news. It had a pop that moved better, that outperformed at that period of time versus Bitcoin. And that's what happened. So I'm looking at the same thing over here with XLM. And that's only because, I like XLM. If I want to move money from place to place, it doesn't cost me anything when you use XLM. Just saying. See, Nick, I'm listening. I listen. I pay attention. You weren't the only one that was listening to that. It's a little note to my boy. So you can see how everything is going right now. XRP at, about 47 cents, really 48 cents if you look at 0.479. You look at other things like Algorand, Ethereum. A lot of things are in the green. Like I said, Kronos before, CRO is in the deep green. Chiliz, pay attention to Chiliz. A lot of things are going on. A lot of things are going on that particular spot, and that's doing well. Cardano popping up a little bit, not a hell of a lot, but a little bit at 45 cents. I'm expecting Cardano to kind of bounce around right here. And as you start to hear more and more projects go in that direction, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm very iffy. I understand Helium's idea of moving from, dropping their own blockchain tech and moving over to Solana. But man, I would have thought about, there are other, things I would have thought about moving over there. I would have thought about moving over to Cardano. I would have thought about, moving over to even Ledger. It depends on how their technologies work, what was easiest, and Solana might have been the easiest transition. But there are other. Polygon is another chain. There are other things that I would have looked at before I looked at Solana. I really would have. But like I said, working on those technologies is not as easy as people might think. So it's not easy moving across the way, people go, oh yeah, you can do. No, not really. Pay attention. So looking at this, I'm kind of happy with, where the numbers are now. I'm expecting things to go lower. I am. Do I expect them to go, hit rock bottom? Depends on that whole recession stagflation thing. So I don't know. So I'm holding on the cash, using a dollar cost average strategy to, to dip in, on a regular basis, and over time kind of control what my ultimate all over strike price is, and then make money from there. So this is Eddie J on crypto. If you like the journey my kids and I are on, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.